Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Betholkis, and it's time for the season finale of Invincible, basically episodes 5 through 8 of season three. Um, and yeah, I'm basically going to spoil them, if you haven't already watched them. So if you haven't watched them, go away, put this on pause, whatever you need to do. Come on back. This will be a video you can come on, come after you've seen it and take a look at the video afterwards. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the videos that pop up at the very end here. There's one that pops up here, one that pops up over here. And if you like what you see there, YouTube tries basically to match the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos. My vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media and all the links to my pages there as well. Morks, what are you saying there? Yeah. It, yes, white beard. It is getting a little bit whiter. So yeah, it's getting there. Yes, the schedule sometimes is accurate. Sometimes I actually have shit that happens, in everyday life, and that's what happens there. I'm just noticing this big white spot behind me on the bright glare. So I'm still trying to get my studio here together, I guess you could say, and fine tuning things here and there. Lighting being one of them, and the overhead lighting portion is the part that sucks the most. And so that's why you get this big white glare spot right there. That's kind of pissing me off. That's all. Don't know how to get, I know how to get rid of it, but it's just more expensive than anything else. Yeah, I finally figured out my microphone a bit here. So if you hear a little kind of stuff, which I'm not hearing anything, so that's pretty good. I actually attached it to my chair, which is one of those weird things. Anyway, you're not here for all of that. You're here for Invincible season three, episodes 5 through 8, and those episodes, of course, being uh, episode 5 is this was supposed to be easy. Episode 6 being all I can say is I'm sorry. Episode 7, what have I done? And episode 8, I thought you'd never shut up. Um, so the reason why I kind of group these all together and why I'm only doing like two reviews for the entire season is I'm kind of getting tired of the ultra violence in Invincible. Yes, I know that's part of it. But with the boys, the boys is ramping down. The next season's going to be its last season. Then it's going to move over to the boys Gen X or Gen Z or Gen V. There we go. And I had to go through a couple different letters in order to find it. And that's kind of where the problem lies with this series. Um, it's got a good storyline, but the storyline gets bogged down when you realize that the storyline is actually fairly scant, if you will. Um, and the majority of it is Mark dealing with a lot of ultra violence. That is where you that's kind of where this series kind of falls apart. Um, yeah, episodes 5 through 8, basically we're getting into the heroes and realizing that they don't really have a normal life. That's kind of what they're showing you in this last half of the season. We don't have too much more from what's going on with Nolan and Alan. They kind of disappear in the last half of the season here, and we do find out what happened to uh, the lion dude. Now I can't remember his name. He was just frozen out in space, and he ends up getting rescued. And so we do have a couple of different finding out where these loose threads that have been hanging out, like season 1, where we had the Martians that have the little parasite things on them. Well, the parasites are now on Earth. We see that at the end of this last episode. Also, Angstrom Levy, who he actually has brought in all these alternate reality marks in order to basically destroy this mark's world and kill him. And that doesn't work because the heroes unite. The heroes of Earth unite there and beat them back. But of course, they all look like Mark. So again, and Invincible. So of course, the world is going to blame Invincible again for all of this. I mean, how much can this guy withstand if just his presence being there? Yes, he is. His presence is keeping the Earth from being destroyed, or well, not as much destroyed as it would be, not totally destroyed, but only partially destroyed. But also, is he the reason why that people keep coming to try and destroy the Earth? So there's that question that really hasn't been answered or asked even at this point. Um, Oh, and then also we had, at the end, if you stay till the end of the credits, or not, about midway through the credits of episode 8, we found out with Darkblood, Detective Darkblood, who's a demon, who's voiced by Clancy Brown. He had been sent to hell by Cecil because he found out that what Nolan's true intentions were, and yeah, Cecil sent him, yeah, basically the underworld. Oh, and by the way, the little demon that Darkblood had conjured up is voiced by Bruce Campbell, which I thought was awesome. So, Morks, what are you saying here? You sound fine. Him facing the reality of having to kill and the amount of loss. Yeah, so there was that too. So him coming to the realization that Oliver was right, that he actually has to kill people, some people, like Angstrom Levy, and of course he fucks that up. And Angstrom Levy's situation where the technicians, as they're called, who saved his life with surgery, they want to take over some worlds, but they also are like, "You working for us now, and we have some implants in you so that you follow our rules." So, and then we also have Conquest. Conquest shows up. Conquest being a Viltrumite who is so frightening that the other Viltrumites don't even want to talk to him. They don't even give him a name. His name is Conquest. And he is basically sent to worlds to obliterate worlds, to just fuck a world up and destroy it. And that's kind of what happens here. And yeah, Mark ends up finally defeating him, but I mean, Eve dies essentially, so she comes back after being beaten by one of the Invincibles, the alternate Invincibles, and she ends up dying, but we find out that she has mental blocks that have been put into place so that she can't use her powers fully, because she can only work on inorganic materials, not organic materials. And that's what the blocks do. The blocks make it so that she can't use it on organic materials, but only in dire circumstances like her dying or almost dying, she actually was able to rebuild her body. Um, which is an interesting fact because now she becomes pretty much the strongest hero there is. When you can start rearranging molecules of both inorganic and organic molecules, then yeah, then you're pretty much the ultimate badass right there. So, not really Phoenix, Morks. She wasn't Jean Grey. She basically rebuilt her body, but she still has the blocks in place. That she knows that she has the blocks in place is a different story. So, are we going to get a storyline where she's going to try and have those blocks removed? Um, I mean, the character developments here, and also having Rexplode die, taking out one of the alternate Invincibles by using his metal skeleton. He reaches inside himself to basically activate his, because again, his does not work on organic material. His powers supposedly don't work on organic material either. It only works on inorganic material that he can explode it. So his skeleton being metal, which is what the agency has put together there, the GSA, um, and he of course kills himself, taking out one of the Invincibles in the process. Um, so yeah, if that's the case, if we have blocks put if we're seeing them with blocks in place, then this is going to be an interesting storyline as well. And then also we have Cecil, who has taken the dead invincible duplicates, from the alternate worlds, and is having them made into these reanimated corpses. That's what was being worked on down in the Pentagon basement down there. And of course, he also has Conquest. Mark thought Conquest was dead. Mark's like, burn the body. But of course not. So Cecil has Conquest like immobilized in some titanium, and that shit's not going to work out. Yeah, these Viltrumites come back stronger, harder, faster, and yeah, it's going to be a big fucking fiasco. So, yeah, again, there's storylines there that are good, but again, like I said, the violence portion of it, the ultra violence portion of it is starting to wear thin on these things. And if you go and take a look again, animated series, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is on Disney Plus, does a much better job of storytelling. And yes, I know it's only one season in, but does a much better job of storytelling by character development, which I'm not thinking that Invincible has been doing enough with character development, quite honestly. They're doing storyline developments. They're throwing a whole bunch of storylines at us, but they're not doing enough character development. They're doing a little bit of character development here and there, but not enough when you look at Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man in contrast, which does really, really, really great character developments and storylines as well, by putting the two together. And that is, for right now, for me, the pinnacle of where they're at storytelling wise for animated series. Um, Again, this is not by far a horrible series or anything like that. It's good. It's just like I said, it's kind of wearing thin, and this season wasn't fantastic. It was just kind of, you know, you want to watch it because of course you want to follow along with the story, but at the same time it wasn't like wowing in a way, you know other than seeing what kind of how far they were going to get away with the ultra violence on this, and what kind of body parts are going to be ripped off. And yeah, just ugh. I mean, yeah, anyway, there you have it. So with that said, what else am I going to be doing for the rest of this week? Well, I'm thinking around 6:30ish. I'm going to end up doing today. I'm going to do another "Is It Worth My Time?" and this time it's going to be The Electric State. That's the Russo brothers, The Electric State on Netflix. I'll be covering that at 6:30 p.m. tonight. And then next week, of course, will be Daredevil. Um, yeah, Daredevil's showing up there. And I don't know what else I'll be doing. I'll take a look at the schedule up there. Suspendedfanimation.com. Like I said, I change out that schedule every week. I also have the links to all my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. Also, if you go underneath the schedule there, there's a whole bunch of all the future stuff, like what's coming out future wise. I picked a smattering of things, a lot of stuff I'm interested in, but also some stuff that other people might be interested in as well, genre wise. That's what's going to be up there. So, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks to Marks who joined me today in the chat. I know there's a lurker out there as well. I see them, and you can say hi. No, I don't, you know, Marks might bite, but he's had his shots. We have him vaccinated. Thanks everyone. I will see you again in about 45 minutes or so here. Until then, and before I do that, if you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the videos that pop up over here and over here. And if you like what you see there, YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match them as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library. I'm over 1,000 videos now at this point. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. Other than that, I will see you guys in about 45 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Be well. Take care, and don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you got nowhere to run in this invincible world from these superpowered mutant things, whatever they are. Thanks, everyone. I will see you at 6:45. See you in a little bit. Thanks, everyone. Oh, I don't know where my all of a sudden my screen, there it is. I wasn't able to find my end stream portion button there. Thanks, everyone. I will see you in a little bit. Good night.